All right, everybody, we have a MotoStars video from 4 years ago, and we're going to take a look at it and see if the plan method applies to 4 years ago, which it does, guys. That's the thing. So we're going to look for positions for safety, locating hazards, situations, assess relevant threats, and navigate active threats. But before we jump into that, we do have a brand new 24 drills on the store. It's a digital download. You can put it on your phone. You only need 10 cones, 24 drills, and each one, let's go ahead and zoom in as best I can. It has my time on that drill, and on top of it, it has a video QR code. Now, how can you scan the QR code on your phone? Well, you can just click the thing. It's clickable. So you can go ahead and get the drills. It's a digital download. I just ordered 150 books, so when those come in, you'll get an announcement, and you'll be able to get the physical version. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Link's in the description for that. It's only $19 for the digital. Let's take a look. So this is an older video. Brapaholic. 4 years, yeah, practically vintage. Okay, so that's a bump.
Moment that he knew.
Construction area. There's gonna be road surface hazards. So whenever you see a bunch of cones like this, don't think of it as the Smart Rider drills and go through them, because those ones will hurt if you hit them. You can get the cone kit and it has small cones. Much easier. You know, I've run those over and never had an issue. But you're going to have issues when it comes to construction zones. You're going to have like dirt like this, or you're going to have a repair in the road, or you're going to have constriction. So your escape routes are going to be relatively small or non-existent. So you're going to have to be very careful and try your best to manage your position for safety while going through here if there's other traffic. But if you see like a road surface hazard like this, guess what? He's probably going to fall. If you see a road surface hazard like this, you're going to want to go to the next lane. You're not going to want to be in that lane, or you're going to go over it as straight as possible and then finally turn when it comes to getting on the other side where you have traction on that asphalt. So if you did a head check, you can do this. Okay, blinker or whatever if you can, that's fine, but get yourself out of there. Try your best not to hit this. Now let's see what happens. He's in the middle of a turn, traction loss with a, let's see.
Oh God, what's all that?
Oh, that is probably like some silt, some sand. Did his tire fall off? What is that tire doing on the ground? Did he break the camera? That's why it's all messed up. Let's take a look at the actual crash.
Oh God, what?
Okay, so part of the problem, if you see his right hand, he's like, oh God, look at his hand.
Oh God.
Right there. And you can hear the skidding before going into it.
Oh God, what's all that?
Well, actually, the skidding when he hit it. So he locked up his tires and started sliding. So he applied the brakes and went through the sand. So just, guys, straighten it up and kind of coast through the sand. Maybe even pulling the clutch to coast through it.
All that.
High damage, so hopefully wear gear to mitigate some of that stuff. A little bit embarrassed. That's fine. Get yourself out of there. So when it comes to rescue, ensure your own safety, get yourself out of there. And then check your body, check your bike. You don't want to, if you have like another 5-10 miles to go and you have like a messed up bike, you probably gonna have a second crash because the bike is just like not working functionally, or you might pass out because you didn't realize you have a concussion. You start getting a headache after that, just pull over, relax for a little bit.
Jesus, dude.
This is the bottom of the cone, not a tire? Okay.
Yeah, my face.
Talking on their cardos. Oh, by the way, this video is coming out this weekend. I completely forgot. So don't worry about the drills. Guys, Cardo's having a huge sale. A huge sale. They're having sales on the Pack Talk Pro. I believe it's 20% off or more. So if you want to get the Pack Talk Edge or the Pro, this is the first time they're really doing a massive discount on that. They're talking on theirs right now. So you guys can talk on this. It's a July 4th sale. I completely forgot about that. Links can be in the description for that. And I believe it auto applies, or use the code DDTF at checkout. Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, there was all that dirt in the road.
Let me double check.
It did.
Yep, 4th of July sale, 22% off discount on the whole store, including Pack Talk Pro, the deepest discount for it ever, from July 3rd to July 4th, a 48-hour sale. If you just bought one, just go ahead and return it and then rebuy it. Just saying, Dad Bod Cycles. 22% off. That's huge. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh. Okay. Why are we slowing down? What did I miss? I was looking at the sail. Let's go back a little bit. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that's what I missed. All right. So right here we have an intersection problem. We have an intersection problem right here. So we have a left turner coming out. So he sees that person's coming out. Now this person right here could not see us very well because of this person kind of blocking the view. Now this person should not. Okay, that looks like guys, get your head out of the gutter. This person should not have gone if they didn't have good line of sight to see. They shouldn't have done it. But we recognize this as a potential problem when it comes to locating hazardous situations. We're at an intersection with possible left turners, so we're kind of prepped and prepared for that. We see an active threat, so we have to navigate this. Now, how do we navigate this active threat? At this point, do what he was doing and just go ahead and apply some progressive braking and just enjoy, a close call versus actually crashing. So progressive braking, he started going for his escape path to the left. He changed positions as best he could. Overall, terrible situation. Nice little clip. And so after you hit your handlebars or whatever, sure, if you can pull off, but pull off in a safe area. See how we pulled off in front of people? It's not a good, it's kind of scary. I get it, you just crashed. Maybe they didn't recognize it, didn't see it. Yeah, if car good for no one to talk to, yeah, I use it for music and turn-by-turn navigation. So I have my phone have alerts. And then if you have buddies that all of a sudden show up, you can connect to each other on your cardos.
For this biker.
Okay, so group ride. Oh. Okay, so made it through the corner. He stopped right there, and it's an uneven ground, so he put his left foot on uneven ground and fell over. Okay, this is why you guys need to practice the Smart Rider drills, do some slow speed maneuvers, and just kind of coast around that corner versus stopping. Maybe it's stopping to kind of help direct people where they're going, but, I mean, people kind of understand already. Got a learner plate. Oh, you got to put your side stand down too, buddy. So when it comes to rescue, first you have to remain calm. Don't be like, I'm going to go. And then you forget to put the side stand down or you start tripping.
Yeah, I went to help him and my bike fell over. Stupid.
Fell over. Yeah, typical panicked. Oh no, broken. That sucks. That's going to kind of ruins your day. All right, so we're going through here. Nice sounding bike over here. All right, everybody's just side of the bicycles. Okay, good job. Just kind of coast through it. Stop, let them out. Now you can move on. Not a big deal. Go and accelerate out of there. Okay, so now we're passing all these vehicles. I guess you can do that here. Okay, so I was always confused. Like over there, it goes from red, yellow, green. For us, it goes from red to green. So it kind of gives them an idea that green's about to happen. But just because it's green doesn't mean you should go. Always look both ways just in case. What's up with all these jaywalkers? All right, lots of people there, so he's probably gonna have the same issues. Okay, same thing, it's green, not a big deal. That person is doing something they shouldn't be doing. Move out. Okay, nice right-handed turn, not a big deal. Just going to and get air in my tires. Highly recommend getting like one of those Ryobis or like some type of portable tire inflator. Have it at home. Do your safety checklist, state of mind, everything. And then the T is checking your tires. And so check your PSI before you leave. Make sure it's at the appropriate PSI and you have access to it at home so you don't have to go to like a gas station to get it done. Because from home to the gas station, you're running on low PSI tires. You don't know if you're going to have to swerve. You don't know if you're going to do emergency braking or anything before you get to your tire pressure.
Wait, I'm going in there too.
Okay, well, I mean, you can let them. Not a big deal. You're listening to Spotify. Got some music going.
Mate, what are you doing? Oi.
Okay. And he pulls out in front of this person. Okay. Let's go to this one. I don't like being right behind a vehicle because they might back up. Okay. Woo. Oh. They impacted someone. So they're going to be stuck there for a little bit. So try your best to get around them at that point. You see how they're going to be stuck? Now you're stuck. Imagine if she didn't put it in park. There you go. Now you're stuck. A little slow speed paddle walking. Close her door for her. Yeah. Now she's locked out. That's easy. Nice little slow speed maneuvers. Get yourself out of there. But that's why I don't like parking behind people. You see how she accidentally rear-ended the other person? Imagine if you're the one that got rear-ended. So if you're off to the side, let's watch where he finally gets off to the side. Let's say he's like right here, right? Obviously the nose is pointed this way. If they do run into the vehicle, you're not gonna, maybe like your foot peg is gonna get clipped, but not the back, not your back is clipped. So maybe we'll find a video that showcases proper lane positioning. Okay, maybe right here. Let's see.
Oh.
Okay, so let's say you have the space cushion, right? Let's say maybe we're like up right here. Let's say we're parked right here. Okay, so you see how like if somebody is like, boom, you're not right here behind the vehicle, they'll hit that vehicle. You'll maybe get like this is a foot. Maybe you'll get your foot ran over versus your spine snapped in half, right? And if you see them in your mirror, let's pretend this is a mirror and you see them in your mirror and they're like not slowing down, you can find the escape to get out of there. But like see how right now he's in a good position to just kind of go straight versus having to, oh crap, and do that. I don't want to be behind the vehicle. So when you come to positioning, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, go. You go. No.
Yeah, 'cause we have to yield. We have to yield. It says it right there in letters. And that causes issues for other people.
The driver completely fails to notice.
Oh, look at that. Just real quick. Open lane pattern, right? Open lane pattern.
The bike and pushes him from the lane straight into a
Open lane pattern. How you doing, Camilo? Okay. Open lane pattern. We were talking about this before the stream. So this long line of cars, and we're going to have an open lane right here. This guy does not want to be behind this person with this small little space cushion. And so he just does a quick little adjustment. But we're in this lane. They don't see us, whether it's because of blind spot, they didn't do head checks, they didn't do nothing, whatever, they come over. We do this anyways in our vehicles. We don't want to be stuck behind it, but hopefully you guys are checking your blind spots, checking your mirrors, and merging when it's safe to do so. You're not cutting people off or sideswiping anybody. But people they're not as experienced and smart as us because they don't watch this, okay? So this is an open lane pattern. So if we're riding or driving and we see that there's a long line of vehicles, an open lane for us, guess what? Somebody might come out. So what do? We let them in. We ride staggered, we drive staggered with people. We don't drive side by side if we can't help it, okay? Or if we can help it.
Fails to notice
So he did a head check, he's probably gonna switch lanes too.
the bike and pushes him from the lane straight into a traffic island.
Was able to handle it and did really well. Now, when you get pushed out like this, let's say you got pushed out, you don't have a good spot to go here. You have an obstacle here. You have to do a quick adjustment when it comes. I'm gonna make that X better. You have a quick adjustment with your mindset. You're like, where can I go? Okay, because you don't know if this curb, this curb has like a curve on it, so you're able to go over. It's almost like a ramp, but sometimes they're just a straight block, and you don't want to hit that curb with your rim. Okay, you're going to damage your rim. So can't go here, can't go here. Mercy swerve, you have a nice road right there to get back on. Okay, you're not supposed to, right? But you do what you need to do. Open lane pattern again. This person might not want to be behind that person. This lane is moving faster. Stay staggered with this car too. Keep your space cushion between you and the box truck, but also watch out for this person wanting to merge over too. It keeps rotating. Open lane, open lane, open lane, open lane, open lane, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. Look for these patterns. Okay, nice little wheelie. Where's your headlights? Does he have headlights? I didn't see any. Oh, okay, there's some. And then we dumped the bike. So high risk, high skill. just like a lot of things in life. High risk on a track, if you're speeding, it takes a high skill to not crash. If you're doing slow speed maneuvers, it takes low skill because you're just practicing your friction zone, throttle control, head and eye movement, counterbalance, and handlebar turn. And it's low risk because you're in a parking lot, so you're removing the risks when it comes to traffic and everything, and you're going under like 15 miles an hour. So the risk would be you fall down, drop the bike, and it's like just falling down normally. So high risk for stunting, you're on one wheel, high traffic usually because they're doing it on the street, and it takes a lot of skill to get to that point. And so what can we do to mitigate the consequences of failure when it comes to the high risk and then maybe not enough skill? Wearing gear, acquire and use personal protective equipment. Because if you do crash, you're hopefully going to mitigate the injuries from the consequences of those risks actually fulfilling themselves and your skill set maybe not there. And that goes for the same when it comes to riding a motorcycle. It's already more high risk than driving a car because you don't have a protection zone, seat belts, airbags, crumple zone, all that stuff, the roll cage, none of that. You just have your body. So it's already high risk and it takes more skill than driving a car. So acquire and use personal protective equipment, okay? So as a Smart Rider crew member, we do have the Motorcycle Gear 101 course that's available. Links in the description if you want to become a member. But go ahead and check it out. So you know what kind of gear to get. I talk about helmets, I talk about gloves, boots, pants, and jackets, all different kinds. What to get, how to get it. And I get it with stunting, you want to have agility. So sometimes gear is restrictive.
The biker completely didn't expect that cops after stopping him.
But maybe that armor only would at least be good. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There you go. Side stand down. Talk to the cops.
I did have a plate.
So this was 4 years ago, so during COVID.
It is registered. Okay. Someone took the plate off of it.
Someone took the plate off it?
Yeah.
You have driver's license on you?
I do. I have insurance, everything.
I mean, that's a reason to pull someone over.
Yeah, it's in my backpack.
You don't have a license plate.
That's it.
I mean, you can be as libertarian as you want and be like, why should we have to register things?
Yeah, sorry, sir.
But we live in this world. That's what we have to deal with. Just be kind.
I'm going home.
Give all the information. If you did nothing wrong, nothing to worry about. But imagine if it was your bike that was stolen and this is the guy that stole it. I'm not saying that's the case, but he stole it. Cops pulled him over and you get your bike back because they did that. Then now you like the cops.
This is your bike?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it from?
I bought it
Okay, so he's just chatting. They just told me the VIN came back stolen. Uh-oh, 1 second. The VIN came back stolen. Okay, so they're not assuming he stole it. So one of the issues here when you buy a private party, make sure you do it the right way. They actually have a title and they can, sign it off to you. If they just say, like, here's the bike, give me cash, that's not a good idea. They might give you, like, if it's a $4,000 bike and they're like, give me $1,000 cash for it and it's still in working condition, no license plate, no title, might have been stolen. And at the end of the day, you might not have stolen, you just bought a stolen vehicle. And they're gonna take your vehicle and you're out $1,000 from that person, and they're gonna return it to the original owner because it was stolen. So be careful when it comes to buying private party. Do it the right way. Do it the right way.
So they held me here for 15 minutes waiting on Seattle to confirm whether it's stolen or not.
Because he might not have. He didn't steal it.
I guess so.
Oh, they entered the wrong VIN. Okay, good.
Whatever.
All right, so Pat, this is definitely not America. Okay, so if we're going through the corners and twisties, if you're gonna pass. Don't just hang out. Don't hang out. Pass. Get out of there. Go. Move with a purpose. Hey, I'm going to pass, but I'm going to take it nice and easy and slow and stay in oncoming traffic for the whole time. If you're going to pass. So we're just kind of hanging out. Get into your lane. It's a corner coming up. You can't see around the corner. But I'm never going to slow down, never go with the flow of traffic until it's safe to do so, then pass again, and then get back, and then pass again. No, we're just going to keep going. Well, you got traffic coming. and then you don't know how to apply the brakes appropriately, and you lost control of the bike, and now it kind of knocked you into oncoming traffic. Thankfully, the car driver swerved out of the way. Guys, get yourself out. Look at that. Imagine that vehicle is the one that hit you. A lot of people should not be riding or being... A lot of people should not be on the road. You know, it's like, it kind of comes down to like, hey, you don't have the skill set to be a firefighter. You don't have the skill set to be an IT. I mean, you don't know anything about computers. Why are you an IT specialist? Hey, you're overweight and you know nothing about EMS and you don't even know how fire works. Why are you a firefighter? There's standards when it comes to certain things like that. And you in America, or this is not even America, but in different places, like anywhere, it's like, oh, you have the right to just be able to be on the road and have a vehicle. You just have to sign some paperwork and now you're good to go. It's like, no, some people shouldn't. They don't know. They don't have the skill set to do it. So why are we putting them on there? Because now we have an issue with possible people dying. I mean, same thing. Some people should not be in relationships. Some people should not have friendships. Some people should not, do certain things. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Or learn. Minding my own business, the truck passes close.
And just decided to
Look at the issue when it comes to your headlights as a motorcyclist. Upgrade to an LED, upgrade to something. If you need to use high beams, use high beams. Our high beams are still less than normal car regular beams for the most part. Also, adjust your headlight so that it's not pointing straight down or way off into the horizon, so it's not really doing anything. It's just shining into space at that point.
observe the strange behavior of the driver.
Okay. So if somebody's passing and going super fast like that, just let the idiot be in front. Okay. A few seconds later, he does it again, this time at a high rate of speed and much closer again. I'm not too bothered. So we must have passed him at some point. Maybe we met him up at a light and we accelerated in front, and then he decides to do the same thing. Purposely miss the next light so he's way ahead. Or just stay, like if you guys meet up again at the light, let him take off first. Don't even speed up and deal with it. See, we met up at the light, now we speed up. Okay, so see, that's what I'm saying. Is like this is the second time already you didn't like the fact that they did what they did. And so then now we're at the third light and we accelerate to get in front, and then they're going to probably do it again. Just let them be in front. He was going approximately 110 miles per hour. Okay. Just let the dum-dum be in front. If he wants to go fast and hit a car or crash by himself, it's not your life. It's not your issue. Good job moving out of the way, recognizing it. But if he's going 110 miles an hour and he barely passes you, how fast are you going? I probably should have just pulled off, but I wanted to see what he would do. That's called cognitive dissonance, everybody. That's called cognitive dissonance. It's a little life thing. We talk about life here and there, use some psychology and whatnot. Cognitive dissonance quite literally hurts your brain. Like it creates a psychosomatic issue in your brain where it actually gives you sometimes a headache. It causes you to feel terrible when you have two different competing ideas. And that's where values, virtues, morals come in. Whenever you have cognitive dissonance and one of them says, let's do something that goes against my morals and values and virtues, you don't feel proud of yourself afterwards. And then you start thinking, I probably should have done what I thought was the correct thing, but I decided to do the thing that I know was not correct because your ego got in the way, pride got in the way, jealousy got in the way, temptation got in the way, whatever it is got in the way. Stick to safety as a value. And so when you have this thought of, I want to see what he does, I want to be safe, it's easy just to say, I want to be safe and I'm going to do what feels safe. And then ignore this thought. So cognitive dissonance is a problem. but it's easy to get out of it when you stick to your values. So don't do this. If your idea is to keep yourself safe, now we're speeding, we're going 80, maybe it's a 75 mile an hour road, whatever. But let's not be a part of the problem. Merging. Let them in. Let them in. Just let them in. So this right here is a great position for safety though. So when we finally got a view, so imagine we're parked. This is a light, we're parked. I like this spot. This is also how I drive or ride. Driving, it's hard to do that with a sweet Chrysler Pacifica. You don't have a lot of room in the lane. But right here, let's say if this person slams their brakes, right? They slam their brakes. Here's our escape path. We don't have to do anything. If we were right here, I don't know what that is, we would have to swerve to get to our escape path. This right here, we have to perceive. Let's do this. So they slam the brakes, okay? We're right here. We have to perceive they're slamming the brakes, perception. We have to respond by swerving. Or we respond with the swerve right here. Here's our action of the swerve, and we finally get ourselves in a new position for safety. So that's basically like 3 or 4 moves, right? So if we're right here, we'll do a box. We see that they're applying the brakes. We apply the brakes and slow it down and go straight. So we perceive, we respond, and we go straight. Okay, still kind of 3 moves, but one of them is just continuing to do what we're doing. Now, if we're at a stoplight and we see this person right here not slowing down, same thing. This person slams the brakes when we're riding, same thing. How do we know if this person is going to slam the brakes? Well, since we're like this, we see these brakes right here. We know that this person is going to apply the brakes. And so as soon as we see this one, we start applying our brakes. So we react off of this person versus react off of this person. So we actually can respond quicker. So this is why I like this, because it gives you better line of sight. It gives you an easy escape path into a lane filtering position. And really, we're not having to swerve. We just apply the brakes. And if we aren't paying attention at all, here's the cool thing. We're riding, we're not paying attention. These people slam the brakes, and we're like, oh crap, we finally recognize it. About right here. Well, guess what? We didn't hit the vehicle. We just now aim for our escape. Position for safety. Hopefully you guys join the Smart Rider crew. Grab a slice of pizza. We have the Smart Rider drills. And remember, there's that sale going on July 3rd and the 4th. It's a 48-hour sale for Cardo, 22% off. Check it out. Links in the description for that. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you on the next live stream.